Okay, good afternoon, guys. So in this live, we're gonna be configure VTP client and servers on Catalyst switch. So the lab objective is, the objective of this lab exercise is for you to learn and understand how to configure VTP server and client modes on Cisco Catalyst switches. By default, all Cisco switches or VTP server devices. So the lab purpose is to configure VTP client and server mode is a fundamental skill. VLANs are configured on VTP servers and VTP client receive VLAN information from the VTP server in the same VTP domain. VLAN sharing is possible by using a chunk between the switches. So you can see here, if you go down, there go the lab topology. And the task. All right, the version for building configuration, the host name. Okay, guys, let's start wasting time. Let's go ahead and pull up Packet Tracer and start doing this lab. So these are the switch for the last lab we've been doing. Let's go ahead and move them, start from scratch. Okay, so let's start it. The two routers. Router 1, router 2, right? Okay. Then we're gonna need two switches. Switch 1, switch 2. Okay. So now let's connect them together. Gotta use crossover cable to connect the two switches together. And we're gonna use a straight through cable to connect the routers to the switches. See? So very good. Then this is that. This is V2. Okay. So basically, there go the lab topology. So first and foremost, let's just make this a little bit, let's give it a little zoom. Zoom in. Okay. So now, why don't we go ahead and start making our pull up. So it says, let's just look at this. Preparation for the video. So task 1, yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and start doing just that. Let's make this switch 1. Yeah, just naming them just to avoid. Let's make this switch 1 and this switch 2. Then make this router 2. Make this router 1. Okay. Small packet tracer. I mean the CLI command. All right, so first of all, let's do enable, pull up, copy, change the name of the router, of the switch, one. Now, let's do the same for router 2, for switch 2. Enable, conft host SW2, right? Let's go on the routers. Let's say no, enable host conft host all one. All right, so no, enable conft host all two. So after naming all the device, so let's check what we have to do for task 2. It says configure and verify switch 1 as a VTP. So um, VTP is VLAN trunk protocol. What that? So a VTP, like I said, is a VLAN trunking protocol. Is a Cisco proprietary protocol that propagates the definition of virtual local area network, which is VLAN, on the whole local area network. So that's what VTP is, guys. I'll go and finish with this lab. So on task 2, we're gonna go on switch 1, which is this switch here. We're gonna do, we already have it on configuration mode. So we could do VTP, domain, Cisco. So we land domain name. So by default, Cisco switches or VTP servers. So no configuration is necessary for servers mode on switch 1. This can be verified using the show VTP status command. All right. So that's on switch 1. So it's switch 2. Let's go ahead and do VTP client. VTP mode client, So setting device to VTP client mode. We could do VTP domain Cisco. All right, so then we end. All right. Now on switch 2, if we do show VTP status, you can see that the VTP version capable is 122. So the VTP that is running is 1, and the VTP domain name is Cisco, as we said that. So you can see all the VTP clients and some other stuff here. All right, so let's see what we've been told for task 3. Task 3, it says that configure and verify fast Ethernet 01 between switch 1 and switch 2 as on 802.1q chunk. So we're gonna configure on switch 1 port fast Ethernet 01 as chunk port. Let's go ahead and pull that. So on switch 1, let's open and let's do show IP and BR. So we deal with fast Ethernet, so we're good. Okay, so we could say we could say do show IP. Do show int F01 switch port. Okay, so it says the name and the switch port is enabled. So we could do and sorry guys, so int F041 switch port mode chunk, right? So do show int chunk. Then take it. So let's just and show and show interfaces chunk. Doesn't show it. I'm not sure why, but it should be. So we configure this as chunk port, so it should be. On switch 1, we could say conft VLAN 10 name, sales, VLAN 20, name, managers, VLAN 30, check it out. Now we could do interface, fast Ethernet, 02, switch, oh, switch, port, mode, access. And then we could say switch port mode, switch port, switch port access, VLAN 10. And now let's check to see. So we could have done, so show VLAN BR. So now, as you can tell, this switch port is assigned to VLAN 10. So we good. Let's go ahead and so we basically have done with this task. Let's go ahead and, so we already do task 4. Let's go ahead and do task 5. It says configure router 1 and 3 for fast internet interface with the IP, then respectively. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we should make this router be 3 instead of 2. That's what I was saying. And conf t, conf t. So on the router, you could say int f. It says 0, 0. Okay, so let's check to show IP and BR. Oh, it's gigabit, so we got it. Okay. So let's do gig 0, 0. What's wrong with this? Ah, got it. Okay, so this, just one more. Okay. So we've been told that the IP should be IP add. Okay, IP add. IP address. Let's check the IP address. It's 10.0.0.1. Okay. So it's 10.0.0.1. It's 255.255. 255.255.40. Oh, which one? Okay. So it's a typo. And move one of those 5, and it should be good now. Now we have to no shutdown. to make sure it's open, and then we could add. Now let's do the same for router 3. Uh-oh. So router 3. So this should be router 3 instead of router 1. Router 2, I mean. Conf t host of 3. Okay. And then we could do interface gig 00 0 IP address. Let's check the IP address we've been given. It's 10.0.0.3. So it should be 10.0.0.3 255 255 5.240, right? No short. Is it not taking this? Yep. So we could say no shutdown. Okay. Now and up and up and all right. So now if we do show IP interface brief on router 1 and see show IP and BR. Okay. So you see we have the 10.0.0.1 as up, right? So from router 1, we should be able to ping router 3. Let's check that. So we could ping 10.0.0.3, and we should have a successful ping. Right. So it's successful. So now the first ping, packet timeout due to ARP resolution. Subsequently, packet will be successful. Go ahead and do the same thing on router 3. And after that, that's gonna be it for this lab today. So let's see. Say show IP and BR. So you see this is up to. Now we should be able to ping router 1 from router 3. Okay, so it's successful. So guys, that's pretty much it. This simulation was just to configure the virtual truck protocol clients and server on Catalyst switches. So thank you for following along with me. Stay tuned for another video. Again, thank you. Bye-bye.